A little bit of a cold. Welcome to the show this week. Get off Deion.
Oh, it's a juicy beat. Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show.
Welcome to the show, cause you know I know. Keeping up with the flow of all sports. Who hitting in the ring, who balling on the field, who hitting them shots on the basketball courts. Of course, you know that I keep it updated from high school to pros. We see who gon' make it from 216 into 216. With a whole city screen, we finally made it. Yes, we are the best and it's true. I know what you heard and I know what it do. 10 toes down my sword, where you pound real, recognize real, and I recognize you. So, we gon' keep it real with the facts. If you like that, grab a seat. You can sit back while I kick back with the winners. Keep it authentic. Give me 30 minutes, a couple shots, and a zigzag.
This week, you gon' respect to see Deion gon' be Deion. Let's go. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. We gonna go ahead and kick it off this week talking about them Cavs. So wait, what we doing, man? Why we still acting like the Cavs ain't one of the top teams in the league? Why am I looking at the Cavs playing somebody like the Lakers, and they talking about what the Lakers not doing or how AD went out? AD was getting cooked. AD was getting roasted. And then was like, yo, I'm good. I got symptoms. I'm going to sit out. I got symptoms. I just got over a cold. That's why I sound congested right now. I still had to go on here and do what I had to do. Still had to jump up in the show. That ain't what AD did. AD got a constant history of sitting out, being hurt, lingering injuries. You know what I'm saying? Gentle giant. Yo, he dope when he on the court, but man, he was getting cooked. But they ain't want to talk about that. They wanted to talk about LeBron not being aggressive or how AD was, not feeling well. No, let's talk about Jared Allen. Let's talk about how Jared Allen was using and abusing him in the paint all night. Let's talk about Garland. Darius Garland with the pick and roll. Him and and Donovan Mitchell destroying the Lakers all night, controlling the game. They act like the Lakers really had a chance. The Lakers never had a chance in that game. They don't have the horses to run. They too old. In the fourth quarter, you seen them melt. LeBron took one shot. LeBron took one shot in the fourth quarter. Them tired legs. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all want to say what y'all want to say, believe what y'all want to believe in the national media hype. Y'all want to push the Cowboys on us. Y'all want to push, even though they actually playing good ball right now, but you want to push the Lakers on us. You want to push these big brands. You want to push the Yankees. Truth is, man, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. It's their time. They're third in the conference. Third in the conference, man. Sixth in the league. And the best team in the league, the Celtics, the Cavs 2-0 against. It got to count for something, right? Big game day. A lot of things going on in the AFC North. We got the Bengals, we got the Browns, we got Battle of Ohio, and the records. They kind of close. They starting to close up. I keep telling y'all, you got to look at this in like a little 3 week. Because in 3 weeks, somebody could pull away, somebody could get close. And guess what? Due to what's going on with Baltimore, we'll talk about that a little later. Bengals kind of rolling. Browns looking like they can pick up some victories. I mean, I'm saying Deshaun back, and whenever he pop, this offense is already potent. You know what I'm saying? It could be a tough outing. So today we got the Bengals going against the Browns. Bengals like 8-5 right now. 8-4. Browns 5-7. Browns win, they 6-7. Bengals lose. Now what? They 8-6 or 8-5. Things tightening up with 4 weeks left. I'm looking at these Bengals. Joe Burrow, I think he like one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league right now. I mean, not all time, but definitely playing right now. It ain't many quarterbacks that I think better than Joe Burrow. He showed me ice water in his veins. He showed me a killer instinct. He took a team in his second year all the way to the Super Bowl. All right? Forget just going into the playoffs and winning a few games. Super Bowl, 3-0 against Kansas City. He keep beating Patrick Mahomes, who everybody thought was the next coming of Joe Montana, maybe even Tom Brady. But Joe Burrow's got an Achilles heel. Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is destroying Joe Burrow every time we play him. Let's go ahead and take a look at something real quick. Our defense is giving Joe Burrow hell. Is he going to be able to avoid that this week? Let's take a look. I don't know. It don't look good for Burrow. I got to tell you right now. The Browns are 4-0 against the Bengals since Joe Burrow been starting. They got 25 sacks. They rank 9th right now as far as sacks go in the league. The Bengals have allowed 17 sacks when playing against the Browns. And it's the thing. Joe Burrow had good games. 92.6 passer rate. You know what I'm saying? He done passed for like 8 touchdowns. Let me see. Let me check over here. 1,236 yards, 8 touchdowns. You know, a couple turnovers. But he done did some good numbers against us. Deshaun ain't played the Bengals a lot, but he done did some good numbers against the Bengals. So if Deshaun wake up today, we could be looking at a classic QB battle. It might be one of the greats going down. You know, the Bengals and the Browns have a history in this rivalry of theirs, this Battle of Ohio. They could crack 100 points today. We've seen it before. I have. I've seen it once or twice, maybe 3 times in my life, where they went like 59-51 or some classic games like that. So let's come on here and get back. So today it's all about, can Joe Burrow escape the ghost? Can he get away from Myles Garrett? Because Myles Garrett is coming for him. He's killing the tackles. I don't care who they put on him, what they try and double team. Myles Garrett is finding a way to get to Joe Burrow. It's disrupting their offense. You got Jamar Chase. You got T. Higgins. You got Boyd. You got Mixon. Mixon not really that effective. He okay against us. But Chase and Higgins, those could be problems. So Browns, we're going to have to buckle down. Going to have to go ahead and get out here and do what we got to do. Be pressure on Joe Burrow. And hopefully Deshaun can snap out this rust, and then we can see really what our offense can click like. Because we already clicking. We just need him to go ahead and kick that boy in the overgear. So right now, Battle of Ohio, it's exactly what you thought it was. I think this is going to be a bang-out game. I get predictions on it later. All I'm going to say is go Browns, respect to your Bengals, Joe Burrows. I'm expecting to see a good one. Let's move on to the next topic. Now, here's one of my favorite topics of all time. Who can we fire? Who can we get rid of? That's what the Browns seem to do. It seems like anytime, whether it's good or bad, we try and fire one of the more positive pieces or say how we need to get rid of them. That's not going to work, Browns. Kevin Stefanski is like the only winning coach that we've had since we've been back for 30 years. And I see an article talking about how he may be on a hot seat. Why? Because he got the offense cooking. I mean, have you seen our offense? We rank 6th in the whole league. Kevin Stefanski is an offensive coach. He's doing his job. We can work out some other things, but he's doing his job, and he's just not getting a quarterback that he feels comfortable with. He didn't choose Baker. He just had Baker, and he's seen what he could do with him. He decided I needed a little bit more. But why would we get rid of Kevin Stefanski? What idiot will post something like that? Because what? Because of the last few seasons haven't been what we thought they was going to be? I mean, 3 seasons ago, we were just hoping that we could be in talk. At this time, our season would have been over. God, excuse me, I'm getting over a little bit of cold, a little stopped up. But at this time, our season would have been over. We would have been talking about who we going to draft next season, who going to be the new coach. Coach would have already got fired. Kevin Stefanski, why would he be on the hot seat? Do you know how hard it is to win in the NFL? Kevin Stefanski right now got a record of 24-21 in the regular season. That's going into the Bengals game today. So that means he's an above 500 winning coach. Why would you get rid of that? We ain't had a winning coach in 30 years. Kevin Stefanski not only got us to the playoffs, in his playoff appearance, he got a 2-1 record, meaning he has a winning playoff record. We have the 6th ranked offense, as I said before. Why would you get rid of Kevin Stefanski instead of letting him build what he's supposed to build? Even in our division, we're competitive. Remember we used to get smoked? Remember we used to get crushed by everybody in our division? It would be lucky. We would like look up and win one as the Browns. Come on, man. Look, save all of that crazy talk. I know everybody want to jump on the Browns and want to do this, do that, and talk this and talk that. Look, Kevin Stefanski all the way good. Stop tripping. We ain't getting rid of nothing. We building. Either you going to build with us or you going to get built on.
You know what I'm saying? I want to kick it with you, but right now, boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go in this room, twist up this drum, hit this bottle, you know what I'm saying? Make these $1 million raps. I know I promised I was going to kick it with you, but right now I ain't got the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take a rain check, and I'm going to kick it with you some other time. Yeah, come on outside. hop in the ride. We can do what the players do what the thugs do what the girls who in love with the thugs do. They hang with the boy, they chill with his crew. They don't talk that shit, you know what they do? They just walk and switch their hips to let me look at you and feel good that I got you. Feel good that you mine. Feel good that if it come down to it, man, I gotta shine and you gon' shine with me. We gon' ride through the city while I'm staring at your titties. Goddamn, they looking pretty. You ain't so diddy at all when you sucking my balls. You a girl who plastic, man. I am classic. I'm coming through Jurassic, spitting in your back out. You don't wanna see the boy, so you act out. You wanna talk about who I'll be screwing, but if you really look at who I'll be screwing, it's only you. Stick to my flow, so I don't want no more.
So I don't know if you heard, but Baker Mayfield had quite the week. Got cut or let go. He asked to be let go. Went to a new team. Turned out to be the Rams. Thought it was going to be the 49ers. Went out there and started within 2 days of getting there. And boom, led a 98-yard. I'm sure you heard about it. Game winning. Cap off. Touchdown. Let's go. We out of here. Baker Mayfield is back. I watched Baker for a couple of years. Hey, ain't this what Baker do? Don't Baker always win when you expect him to lose? He's the ultimate underdog. Like, he's the ultimate underdog story. Don't Baker always pull off the win when you expect him to just fall apart and crumble? Nobody thought Baker would be a number one pick. And there he was. Nobody thought that Baker Mayfield would lead the Browns to a playoff or a win, and there he was. Nobody thought back in college that he would take Oklahoma into Ohio State, destroy them, and he did. Baker Mayfield is the ultimate underdog. Good story. I mean, his attitude make him a little hard to like for a lot of people, a lot of hard to swallow. But I've been saying, and I know my show is relatively new, but I've always thought that Baker Mayfield was a quality NFL quarterback, even when we had him. We just had to upgrade. We couldn't put up with all his shenanigans all the time. It wasn't for us. And Baker Mayfield is who he is. I mean, he's a bridge quarterback for real. Baker Mayfield can come to your franchise. You give him 2 or 3 years. That way you can build up your team. And then you can find somebody you're actually looking for, which is what I give Baker Mayfield credit for coming to Cleveland. We were in absolute shambles, had no direction, nothing. He came and as an NFL quarterback was able to help us stabilize the position enough where we could build a team around him. Or just build a team. A team that now we can move on from Baker and we're in good shape. You know, we still in playoff contention right now, and this season has been exactly what we thought it was going to be. We didn't have a quarterback until, 6 games left in the season. But we still there because the team is constructed good. So Baker, you put him on a good team, he can be that cherry. He can help you out. He can help you get to that next step. Baker is big time. He just come in a little box. You know what I'm saying? He come in like a little box. He a little box. You open it up, pow. It's a big surprise, man. And it lasts for a minute. Like this fireworks shoot off. And then people get sick of him or something. I mean, hopefully they like him out of L.A. From what they saying, Sean McVay seemed to like him. So maybe that could work out. If I was the Rams, I would actually take a look at keeping Baker around. Keep Baker around. Find your actual quarterback. Build your roster up again because you got, old and kind of out of date. Baker has been humbled, if you ask me. He's not going to be asking for the $35 and $40 million that he thought he was about to get. Just give him somewhere comfortable. He's in L.A. Baker, work it out. You're probably going to get other offers. I don't see many that's going to be better than this. But I would ride with it, Baker. And good game. Good game. Speaking of QBs who worth the money, Lamar Jackson, would you pay him? Really think about this. I mean, Lamar Jackson, we love him. He good. He flashy. He this, he that. Would you really pay Lamar Jackson to head your team and lead your franchise for the next year's $35 to $40 million? Would you really guarantee Lamar Jackson that kind of money when you don't really know if he's the quarterback? I mean, maybe some people do. I personally have my doubts with Lamar Jackson just based on his playing style. I think quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Tua, slightly undersized quarterbacks who use a lot of their legs, more than they arm. I think that they're going to be what they've always been in the league, and that's exciting, short shelf life, and then you got to move on. As exciting as Vic was, his style of play did not produce any substance, any Super Bowls. It didn't produce anything other than stats and Mike Vick is amazing, the Michael Vick experience, right? But it didn't turn into Tom Brady's career, and he's a way better athlete than Tom Brady. Yeah, Lamar Jackson is compared to a better version of Michael Vick, but we need championships. Now, I do think that Baltimore, and when I say we, I mean Baltimore, not me. That's not my team, even though, used to be. Lamar Jackson, I don't think he's worth $35 to $40 million a year personally. I don't think he should get paid more than Deshaun Watson. I don't think he's done enough to say that he's better than a lot of the quarterbacks on. I mean, he got an MVP under his belt. He got some things, but Lamar, you're going to break down. And every season, with you continue in your style of play, we're starting to see you break down more and more. And it's not just, big hits and pops that's putting you out. It's starting to be little stuff tweaking. Now, I don't think you're out right now because of your knee. It's going to be 2 weeks. Baltimore could actually lose the division within these next 2 weeks to the Cincinnati Bengals, and then have pressure coming up on them from the Browns and the Steelers, in 2 weeks. By the time that Lamar will come back, Lamar would have to really tear through the league in those last 3 games. I believe the last game is against Joe Burrow, so we'll see how that work out. I don't think Lamar Jackson is worth the 35. I don't. If he'll stay for around 30, then go ahead. But when you look at today's quarterbacks, and I mean these athletic quarterbacks, I love it. But the shelf life is so short, and Lamar, you already threw like half of yours already. I don't think, and this Baltimore Ravens team is nowhere near Super Bowl ready. I know that we thought they was, but this defense is horrible. This defense is not going to get you any kind of Super Bowl. You have no receivers, no offense. I mean, there's so much that got to be done with the Baltimore Ravens. The last thing they need to do right now is pay Lamar Jackson $35 to $40 million to waste the rest of his career. Let him go to San Fran. Let him go out here and test the market. Let him go to a team where he can actually run an offense. They got a chance and could probably put him over. And I say San Fran. I say if you're the San Francisco 49ers, you know that you're getting rid of Jimmy G for sure next year if you can't have him for cheap. And even then, you'll just keep him around for a little second. You don't know what you got with Trey Lance. Well, then, don't worry about Trey Lance. Go after Lamar Jackson. Bring him to San Fran. If you're San Fran, you pay him the $35 to $40 million to keep because you're in a position where this team could actually win a Super Bowl. But Baltimore, I don't think y'all going to have Lamar Jackson for too much longer. So enjoy it while you got it. I think he out of there. Gone. Get off Deion's. You know what I'm saying. Why everybody mad at Deion? I know why. From a community standpoint, we feel like he let us down. We feel like he was a superstar that was going to give the HBCU much more exposure, was going to bring a lot more attention. Maybe some other athletes will follow suit. HBCU can start getting some of that talent that we see go other places that we feel should be in our community. Maybe we can start living and growing more organically within our own community, producing our own stars and yada, 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 yada. But that's not what Deion ever signed up for. Do you know who Deion Sanders prime time? Do you know prime time is? Prime time told you that I'm getting the money. That's what he been saying. He got a whole song about it from back in like the 90s or something. He's singing about how you get the money and the money, blah, blah, blah. Deion Sanders is not obligated to do anything more than what he already did. He went to Jackson State, helped him get a championship, helped the HBCU get notoriety, you know what I'm saying? So now that people are looking at him and talking about him, other athletes in Deion's shape, Michael Irvin, if you're not, you want to pull away from TV, other prominent superstars from our community, black community, go back to HBCUs. Everybody should have some type of superstar, some type of coach. Bring NFL style programming to those colleges. Make them step up. I think Deion got tired of Jackson State. When you Deion Sanders and you've been dealing with a certain level, a certain standard your whole life, it's hard to go back. And I think he went to Jackson State for as long as he could, help the HBCU, help his son, and deal with it. But they not really. Did they deal with Deion on a college level? I mean, I seen a clip where he went. They won a game. He come back, and his room been broken into. His all his stuff been stolen. Like, why you want to go through that? That's the stuff that they don't tell you. Why would he want to go through that? Other athletes of his stature can step in. Let's build up the program that way. We can't rely on Deion Sanders. A hero ain't nothing but a sandwich, in the words of Maya Angelou. You know what I'm saying? Angelou, excuse me. Deion was not obligated to stay at Jackson State. Just like, for real, even though he going to the Pac-12, I don't know how good he going to be. Being in the Pac-12 is completely different. Now you're in the Power 5. Deion Sanders and the HBCU was a big deal. He changed an entire conference. He was a big name in the entire conference. Deion Sanders in the Power 5 is just Deion Sanders in the Power 5. I mean, you talking about, is he going to be able to recruit better than SEC, than Alabama, than Ohio State, in the Big Ten or Michigan? Is he going to be able to recruit above a LSU? LSU. How about the Trojans? You know what I'm saying? USC, UCLA. Is Colorado going to be a big enough pool where Deion Sanders is going to be able to make that much of a change? No, he's just going to have some career advancement. So, I mean, go ahead, Deion, do great things, but community. He did what he was supposed to. Back up off him. Back up off him.
You know what I'm saying? I want to kick it with you, but right now, boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go in this room, twist up this drum, hit this bottle, you know what I'm saying? Make these $1 million raps. I know I promised I was gonna kick it with you, but right now I ain't got the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take a rain check, and I'm gonna kick it with you some other time.
Yeah, come on outside. Hop in the ride. We can do what the players do what the thugs do what the girls who in love with the thugs do. They hang with the boy, they chill with his crew. They don't talk that shit, you know what they do? They just walk and switch their hips to let me look at you and feel good that I got you. Feel good that you mine. Feel good that if it come down to it, man, I gotta shine and you gon' shine with me. We gon' ride through the city while I'm staring at your titties. Goddamn, they looking pretty. You ain't so ditty at all when you sucking my balls. You a girl who plastic, man. I am classic. I'm coming through Jurassic, spitting in your back out. You don't wanna see the boy, so you act out. You wanna talk about who I'll be screwing, but if you really look at who I'll be screwing, it's only you.
Now we at the AFC North Strong. Let's see how I did last week on my recaps. I didn't do a record this week, but I can tell you right now, I'll tell you the numbers. I did pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see where we at. Okay, so as we see, I did 3 for 3. You know what I'm saying? I got the Browns right. They went ahead and took care of the Texans. Kansas City lost to the Bengals, which is, that's seeming like that's a hat trick now. Burrow seemed to have Patrick Mahomes' number. We got the Eagles. I figured they would be able to take out the Tennessee Titans, and they did. We got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is really showing some life. Kenny Pickett is really coming along. Broncos. I mean, even with Lamar Jackson getting put out, y'all couldn't put up no more than 9 points. Y'all horrible. Broncos suck. San Fran did what they're supposed to do, and I figured that they was going to beat up on Tua. I didn't really think that was going to be a real hard task. Even though the Miami Dolphins do got that high-powered offense, it's something different in San Fran when you're facing that kind of defense. It's different. All right, so I can tell you that with that 3 and 3, I believe I was 15 and 12. I have a better record for it next week when I put it up. So I think that put me at like 18 and 15. I'm still above 500 on the call, on making my predictions. AFC North strong. We got Steelers, like I said, they still in it, but them and the Bengals have tied up. Remember 3 weeks ago, I think the Steelers had like the Ravens had like a 2-game lead or something like that. The Bengals was kind of just hovering around, and the Browns and the Steelers look out of it. Things can look real interesting over these next 2 weeks, right? I mean, if the Bengals lose today, Browns go 6 and 7, Bengals go 8 and 5. Ravens, if they win or lose, we got to see what they're going to do. But things can tighten up, or they can get really expanded over these next 2 or 3 weeks. And the Ravens don't look like they're going to be able to make it. The Ravens look like they're going to be, 0-2 these next 2 weeks. I think that the Steelers is going to beat them today. Okay, just gave you a little sleeper on my predictions. And I don't think that they're going to be able to beat the Browns next week, especially without Lamar Jackson. So we got the Browns who, I know records and everything, but this is the division game. And the Browns have been playing very good against the Bengals for the last couple of times they played. So we can see the Bengals go ahead and take an L to the Browns today, which will really tighten things up right there. And then you got the Steelers who play the Ravens real tough. You know what I mean? And they're, once again, they win today, they at 6-7. So, a loss today by the Browns, a win by the Steelers, and look how that switch around. And the Steelers have a great record against the Bengals and Baltimore. So, things are starting to really definitely get tightened up, and we're going to really find out over these next 2 or 3 weeks. Like I say, it's about every 3 weeks right now. Anything can happen in the NFL. That's why we love this game. So how did that shake up our top 7? Well, really not that much. I mean, it's pretty much the same teams. We're just starting to see how the positioning is starting to work out. Although, like I was saying before, especially in our division, AFC North, that Baltimore and Bengals situation could flip real instant. And one of those could actually disappear by the time playoffs is about to start. So it's real important. But we got and it actually switched up in the rankings of things because Buffalo is really the number 1 seed in the AFC now. So we got Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore, and Tennessee. Those are all your 4 division champions right now as it stands. And then you got Bengals, Miami, and Jets. If the playoffs was to start today, they would all make it. NFC, all right, Eagles still on top. Minnesota is right there, even though I think that's kind of paper. San Fran and Tampa Bay. Those are your 4 division leaders. And then you got New York, the Seahawks, and the Dallas Cowboys. We should see some movement here. Definitely we should see some movement here. I mean, Minnesota is going to keep their division on lock. Philly has got their division on lock. I believe San Fran is going to pull theirs out. Tampa Bay, I mean, their division is horrible. So maybe some shakeup will happen down here in the bottom. Maybe a team will get in and get out. We'll keep a look on it. But it pretty much looked like the playoffs is already being set. If you want to start looking and making bets on teams and seeing who you like, I think these are probably going to be the 14. Well, at least 10 of these is going to be the 14 out of the 14 teams that we get into the playoffs. But at least 10 of these is probably staying. I don't see a lot of movement just based on how the league is, especially in the NFC. Nobody's really great over there. AFC, we got all the talent. AFC got all the talent over there, and we'll see how this all shape out. But things are starting to get spicy. All right, so that brings me to my predictions for the week. I'm looking at the Browns beating the Bengals, keeping that tradition going. I'm looking at the Steelers beating the Ravens. I think Philadelphia is going to handle the Giants. Give me Tampa Bay with the surprise win over the 49ers, simply because of the situation with the quarterback, and we don't really know what this rookie going to give us, and I think Tom Brady got a couple bullets left in him. Give me the Jets also with a sneak win, as I think they're going to take out Buffalo Bills. I like the Jets defense, and I think that when the Browns played the Jets and the Bills played the Jets look like a much more put together and solid team. And this new quarterback they got, White, looks like he's finally putting that team together as to what they can be. The Bills, to me, kind of look like they've fallen off, and then Von Miller just got hurt, and, I don't know with the Bills yet. I don't know if they even have the heart in them, other than Stephon Diggs, maybe Josh Allen, but I don't know if they got the heart in them as a team to push that forward. And then go ahead and give me the Dolphins over the Chargers. I mean, Chargers, it's San Diego. All right, this week, fantasy picks. Go ahead and tap in. We're going big this week. So Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, I think they're going to have big plays this week, both of them. And then look for Miles Sanders in the possible. I think, the running game of the Eagles is so strong, and so much, their offense is so much predicated on their run game. I think that while Hurts will be able to do a few things in the air and with his feet, I think Miles Sanders is going to sneak by. I don't even know if you want to call it a sneak, but I think he's going to get in there for a big day today. All right. So thanks for stopping in this week. We about to go ahead and wrap it up and get out of here. A few things I'm going to touch on before we leave. Welcome home, Brittany Griner. Glad that she was able to come home, although that was a weird trade. That was a weird turn of events that just show you what country's values is, right? Like America, we willing to trade an arms dealer, Dr. Death or some cartoon shit, you know, something like real life though, Agent of Death or Devil of something. And we're willing to trade him for a basketball player, which shows a lot about our heart and our compassion. And, you know, she didn't really sign up for it. A lot of people was mad because the what is it, Wheeling, the agent didn't get put in that trade. But it's kind of like, if you a Marine or you in the Army and you kind of sign up to be a spy, you getting caught is kind of part of the job, right? And yeah, we definitely want you to come home. Definitely don't want nothing to happen to you. You putting your life on the line for the country. So yeah, you definitely want that back. But if you're just a basketball player who just happen to, you know, kind of a U.S. citizen and you kind of just get thrown into some political bargaining, you know what I'm saying, type of scheme or whatever that Russia decided that they wanted to play, because she had been playing over there for like 7 years, so it's not like the two parties don't know each other or how they get down. Yeah, you didn't really sign up to be a prisoner of war. So I can understand why people might be like, that's crazy, but that's also the difference between America and other spots, is that we actually, you know, and it's showing that we actually care and I got some more compassion about our citizens than a lot of other places go. Which is why, as much as you may love or hate America, you want to pay attention to that. That was a big move by them. So, yo, we out. That's another week in the books.
Oh, it's a juicy beat. Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show, cause you know I know. Keeping up with the flow of all sports. Who hitting in the ring, who balling on the field, who hitting them shots on the basketball courts. Of course, you know that I keep it updated from high school to pros. We see who gon' make it from 216 into 216. With a whole CD screen, we finally made it. Yes, we are the best and it's true. I know what you heard and I know what it do. 10 toes down my sword, where you pound real, recognize real, and I recognize you. So, we gon' keep it real with the facts. If you like that, grab a seat. You can sit back while I kick back with the winners. Keep it authentic. Give me 30 minutes, a couple shots, and a zigzag. This week, you gon' respect to see Deion gon' be Deion. Let's go. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everette Man Show.